Let's talk about the nitty-gritty of actual transformation. I'm transforming 8 areas of my life and they're all up here, and I'm going to talk about the nitty-gritty specifics of what I'm going through in order to transform these areas. I wouldn't recommend to anyone to actually transform 8 areas of their life at once, but in typical high achiever form, here I am, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So I'm going to go through each one of these and what it sort of means at the moment and see what resonates with you. You are probably watching this because you are either actively changing an area of your life, you're going through the struggles that it takes to do it, or you're actually finding that you're tripping over your own feet and not actually getting things done. Doesn't matter where you're at on your stage or your journey, I'm going to go through where I'm at and see if any of this resonates with you. So the first one is body and health, and I know everybody wants to change their body. What it actually means is no different than anyone else changing their body. Literally every morning I am exercising. I'm either doing a 20-minute high-intensity cardio, a Body for Life cardio, or I'm doing 45 minutes in the gym with heavy weights, Body for Life. If you don't know what that is, I've tried everything. That is the only thing that I find easier to stick to, and it works for me. And every meal is a fist-sized portion of carbs and a fist-sized portion of protein, 5 to 6 meals a day pretty much. That is it, and you get to have like a cheat day. I just kind of do 4 to 5 meals off during the week, and that is working. That is actually working, and I'm able to stick to it. This is the one thing that out of everything I've tried, that I've actually been able to stick to, Body for Life. If you don't know what Body for Life is, just look it up. It's actually a very old, when I say old, late 90s book, and I think someone's posted it on the internet for free. So just download it and read it, because it's very straightforward about what to do, and there's something weird in the combination that works. So in here, fist. That's what I'm doing every single meal. So that is the body. Now the income and fulfillment, what I'm actually trying to achieve there, my aim is to earn the same amount of income that I do now as a high school principal, but with more fulfillment. And lo and behold, this week, I can't even tell you what happened. I've gone from not loving my job to loving my job again. And maybe it's because I'm working on all these other areas and I'm getting that fulfillment out of it. I can't tell you. But out of the blue, out of nowhere, completely unexpected, I have fallen back in love with my work. So if you're at a point in your life where you've been wanting to quit because you just can't take it anymore, I'm here to tell you that you can actually, in the processing of what am I going to do next and planning for it, you might actually find that the work that you're doing is more fulfilling than you had been experiencing before. And I wouldn't have thought that was going to happen, but it has. So my income, my aim is to earn the same income that I do now with more fulfillment, and I'm already there. I've been working on other areas to sort of work on my fulfillment in terms of earning my income. So I've been making these transformation kits with all these downloads that I've been getting from somewhere about methods, tactics, and practical tools to use, one of which is in the link below, the I Want to Quit Toolkit. If you want to quit your job and you don't know how to go about it and what's next, it's a very step-by-step process for you to follow. It's not one of those books that you read and hypothetically figure out. No, it's practical. Do this activity now, finish that activity, move on to the next activity now, and it goes like that. So that is what my goal has been, and it has been working. So far, this week at least, I've got a really big tick there. So I have been working on fulfillment in terms of, as I said, the kits, doing these videos. I've actually been doing gigantic sculptures for my town that I donate to the town, and that has given me so much fulfillment, which I'll get to later. And I'm a bit psychic, so I sort of get downloads from spirit and directions, and that is one of the areas that I'll get to a little bit later. But in terms of the fulfillment, that is going amazingly well. And the next thing that I want to transform is my connections. And I mean, like, I connect with people all day long, every day. I am a principal, so I love that and I'm really great at that, but what I'm actually after is connections for me. I've been connecting with old friends that we sort of slipped by the wayside, so that's my own fault. Checking up on people, but this is the area that I find hardest to shift and change. What I have now got recently in terms of guidance, which is down here, I'm a high achiever. I bust a nut most of the time and often don't really leave time necessarily for myself. But what I am here to tell you is transforming all these areas of my life. I am more fulfilled and I am more content and happier in that doing kind of thing. If you're a real doer, if you are also someone who has achieved a lot, but you want to achieve more and you're either stuck or you are achieving more, but you're kind of on your own. Oh man, one of my missions is connections, and those are the people that I want to find. If you're that person, I would love you to join what I've now just created today, because that was the guidance that I got to get, is I've created the dream team. So it doesn't matter what you're working on. I would love for you to join my dream team, and together we will just cheer each other on and making sure that we're taking steps in the areas that you want to grow in or change or evolve. We will be practically, tangibly working through these steps together and helping each other along the way. If that sounds like you, I'd love you to join. It is paid, it's $40 a month, but the first week is free and it's every week. We'll be doing this every week. At this stage, I've got it booked for a Saturday in Australia, which could be a Friday evening from wherever you're from. So please, if you are that person, if any of this, as I go through this, resonates with you, keep watching, because if any of this resonates with you, that might be for you. And I would love for you to join the dream team, because that is what I'm lacking. I am lacking connections and I want some, rather selfishly. And isn't it time that we be selfish? Seriously? Isn't it time that you finally went, you know, what about me? I want this for me. That's where I'm at. Please join. It's in the link below. Now, the other thing is, oh look, by the way, that dream team, if you've got dreams and goals and things that you want to achieve, but you're not the person that takes action on them, that is not the team for you. If you're the kind of person who's got ideas and directions and steps that you know you need to take, but you keep tripping up on yourself and you never actually take the steps and you know you're never gonna, this is not the group for you. This is a group for people who have goals and aspirations that are actually practically wanting to take steps and actually will take steps. This is what this team is about. It's so that we can support each other achieving the things that we want to achieve. And if you're watching this, you're probably got a bit more wisdom inside of you. You've probably been there, done that, got the t-shirt, but were you that fulfilled? And you're probably at a point where you want to do some other things because you want more fulfillment. That is what this team is about, because you know you're going to be taking action towards those areas and you've got a group to do that with. So we're motivating each other and inspiring each other and cheering each other on and challenging each other with practical tools. That's what that one is about. Now, sorry to waffle on there. My other plan is to work less. Right, so far, because my work, your work is probably similar. My work as a principal is, my job is never done. There's always way too many things left on my list. If I needed to finish my list, well, I would never actually come home, because my list is always so epically long. And before I even get to start my list every day, the first thing comes in the door, the next thing, the phone calls, the messages, the demands, it just goes on. You don't need to hear it. Your life is probably the same. But my aim is, even with that, to work less. So far, I have been succeeding. I have actually been making choices to leave work when I would often stay and be useless. I used to always do 55 to 60 hour weeks, which is just insane, but I've been doing that for years and years and years. Have you? If that is you, I'd love to see you write a comment. And I've never been able to fix this, but for the last 2 weeks, I so far in the last 2 weeks did a 41 hour week and a 43 hour week, and I have been tempted to go in this weekend and finish some things that I didn't get finished on Friday, but that is my problem. I always want to finish something, and that is what keeps me drained. That is what keeps me overworked. That is what I'm not doing anymore. It's hard. If you find this is hard and this part of transformation hard, I'd love for you to join the team. Look, or even leave a comment, please, because that part for me is exceptionally hard because I want to do a good job. Okay, that is my aim, is to work less, but part of that is trying to stop myself from doing what I've always done and be completely unproductive in the afternoons and get up and leave. But also not go in so early, because I've always been going in so early to get stuff done too. Right, the next thing is for my creativity. Well, okay, this is what I said I'd get to, because I would work so much, getting around to doing my creativity was near impossible. And I make really big sculptures for my town, because my town, when I got here, was heavily in drought. All these families had to move away, and I didn't want to keep losing my wonderful staff because kids had left the area because their families couldn't afford to live here anymore. So I started to make gigantic tourism features, sculptures, and I'm still going. But of course, I've only got so much time to do it. But I've been doing that. If you go to this one here, you will see what I've been doing recently. And oh look, I'll do a flash of it here so you can see. This is what I've been doing at the moment. This one, where I live, it's called the Place of Wild Honey, and so the bee theme, and so why not make flying bees? That's what I've done. And I'm still going. My aim is to make 10 of those, give them to council, say, where do you want them? And this is pretty much at my own cost at this stage. And what I have actually done is do a donation thing so that anyone who wants to donate to the sculptures around town, they can. But that is my contribution. I feel like I have to contribute, and that is my contribution to town. I've had other ideas about what I'd like to do, but I've got to get to it because I need to get the bees finished first before I move on to the next thing. The next thing is going to be Darth Vader standing there in his famous chokehold so that people can take photos choking in front of him, and 2 yellow and black stormtroopers for the bee theme and so on. And Darth is going to be Darth Varoator, because Varomite, the bees, anyway, if you know about Varomite, you understand. So that's my creativity, and that's been going okay. I usually still have to leave it to the weekends because I'm pretty busted, and I try to film some of these during the week. But I'm getting there. It's slow. It's like a tortoise really, but I'm getting there. So then the other one is guidance. Now, I am a bit psychic. I do get downloads from spirit. If you watched any of my videos, if you go towards the end of some of them, I will get a download and see what comes through. And if you're vaguely interested in that, it's very, very simple. Well, for me, you take a deep breath in, heavy sigh out, and then smile. And then from there, I listen. I listen to see what comes through, and there's usually some subtle idea that comes in my head or words that come to mind. Now, but my goal this round is, with my guidance, I want to incorporate the guidance into my life, not just listen to it or film it, but actually use it. Now, with that guidance was to start the dream team. I got that today very clearly. Start your team. This is the reason why I've been needing more connections, because they said that I needed to start a group for us. If any of this resonates with you, so this is where I got this, which is the weekly group, so that we can meet and cheer each other on and forge towards our goals together. But more than that, the downloads that I get and the guidance that I get, my aim is to follow them. And I haven't been getting a lot lately, and maybe that's because I've been on track with all of these areas. I hope. I think. Well, that's what I think. I've been trying to tap into future versions of me to see how much longer I'm going to be in the role that I'm in at the moment, to see if there's any other directions. I feel there's so many ideas that I have. Like I would maybe like to do psychic readings. I don't know if that's a part of my future. And this is the stuff I have to tap into. Is that for me? Is that what I'm meant to do? I'm very intuitive, so I would be using that as part of our dream team about directions that feel right, and for myself as well, directions that feel right. So far, these are all the areas that I've been working on, and the one that I struggle with the most is this one. Because when you live in a small country town, most of the people that you're connecting with, well, I'm their boss. And that makes it tricky, because I don't want them to feel like they have to spend any time with me because I'm their boss. It's like it gives that weird relationship thing. So expanding my connections is my next step. When they tickle me in my ear, usually it means something's about to come through. This is my guidance, as I said, so I'm going to see what comes through. Bear with me for 2 secs. If you don't want to stay, that's fine, but do go to the link below, because it does have information about the dream team, and it does have information about if you want to quit your job, you can go to the I Want to Quit toolkit. It's very practical. You just follow the bouncing ball through the toolkit, but then you might choose to actually join us in the dream team as well, because we're all going to be working on our own transformation stuff together. It doesn't matter what you want to transform. If any of this resonates with you, please join us in the dream team. I'd love to see you there, and I will have more transformation kits up based on the areas that I have already developed. So far I have developed it for you wanting to change your body, a transformation kit. I haven't put it up yet. I've also developed one for prioritizing you, like yourself. There's a transformation kit there. This is all very practical, tool-based. This is what you do. This is how you do it. You do the activities and go step by step. And I've got the I Want to Quit toolkit. I'm currently working on the next one, which is the connection one, which I probably really practically need, don't I? Because that's the area that I really need to work on the most. So they did tickle me in my ear, or I was itchy in my ear, which usually is a sign that there's some guidance about to come through. So you don't have to stay if you don't want to, but if you want to hear what the guidance is that's about to come through, stick around. So you can do this with me if you like and see what comes through to you. Take a deep breath in. Heavy sigh out. Smile. They're saying, Shelley, you're doing it. This is what we wanted you to do. We wanted you to show who you are and what you're needing. And what I'm needing is mainly this at the moment, because I'm working on all the other areas quite well. This is the area. They're asking me to ask a question. Ask a question. What question? Are you feeling connected, or are you feeling isolated in your transformation? Whatever you're wanting to transform, it doesn't matter what it is. They're saying, are you feeling connected to other people who are doing this too? Or are you kind of like in your own silo? Are you just doing this yourself, by yourself? What else do you want to say? And if you are doing it by yourself, this is why we invited the dream team, so that you can have that closeness and connection, like she also needs, me, because there's a reason we need you people together. Are you going to reveal the reason? Am I allowed to ask? They're saying the momentum that your team generate, it brings other people along, and it creates this positive energy that is like a vortex and brings other people with all of you, which changes the environment. Okay, now you can feel free to switch off, but I swear the amount of times that I have gotten from wherever, that my job, or the reason why I'm here at this stage of my life and wanting to do this, is because I have to help professionals, people who are busy, flat out, crazy, nutso, who are not that fulfilled, be more fulfilled, live their purpose, and help you move in the direction of your highest good and the direction of your soul's path. But at the moment, being stuck in the matrix, as it were, and I don't want to be all woo-woo or anything, but the matrix of, you know, get up, exercise, go to work, commute all the way, kill yourself at work, struggle through all the day, get home, do the dinner, bath the kids, like that treadmill. They're saying, this team together, you will help see the bigger picture together, and you will help this momentum. So my point is, I sound like ludicrous when I say this, but what I keep being told is that I am here in order to help professionals who are stuck in that cycle start to branch out of that cycle and see the bigger picture, because things will then change for them as a result of that, or change for you as a result of that. Is there anything else you want to say before I close off? This team is for you. I'll see you there.